Soul, of course, we are all souls also. Next best that God has given us is the heart. Mind is also given by God. But we somehow manipulate. Heart can never be manipulated. Maybe you can manipulate someone else's heart with your mind, but you can never manipulate your own heart. Try to convince your heart. It will always rebel. I mean, if you are going to do anything wrong, of course, it's a different matter. We end up doing what we want to do. Heart will keep quiet, but definitely it will rebel.
Yes. And the mind is what gets in the way.
It gets in the way. And it's generally, in today's world, mind wins. It's a logical mind. It's very convincing. Yeah. But the heart always speaks louder. And if you listen to those little voice, it will continue to speak louder and louder and louder. Unless we develop unfortunate habit of not listening to the heart. And people stop listening to the heart because many a time we give our hearts to, let's see, to something or someone, and you get betrayed. Right? Even before giving your heart to someone, the heart already given you the warning.
The red flag.
And then we keep on blaming the heart, see? Because we went ahead without checking with the heart, and we thought that, oh, it's all love, but it was something else. Maybe just a desire, maybe just lust, maybe greed. But if you had heard our inner voice, then it would have protected. Yeah. So heart, more we listen to the heart, I think it gives clearer and clearer signal. It becomes rather clearer to us. And if we don't listen, then the sound or the voice from the heart will be feeble and feeble and feeble, and it becomes harder to listen.
And that's why we have to really center in meditation, is to be able to still that mind.
Yeah. If we have to redefine meditation, it's an art of enhancing your inner voice.
The right voice.
Right, yeah. Amplify the voice of your heart through meditation.
I remember when I first discovered Heartfulness, right before I spoke to you the first time, and it felt like, oh, thank goodness. Because I found when I would try to, quiet the mind, as most people, it's impossible. Impossible. And so to just have this other outlet to go, oh, I could sit with my heart. And that felt in that moment, the first time, so much stronger and more connected.
You felt at home.
Yes.
Home is always within.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that we don't spend as much time there?
Because it speaks the truth. Often we would like to do, it's like, we hide and do something as teenagers against, or secretly against our parents' wish, and you find it such an adventurous thing.
The rebel.
So, and who wants to listen to parents at that time? Mm-hmm. We are looking for quick pleasure, quick satisfaction. Heart will never agree to it. And that's why we say to hell with it. It's speaking too much. So we don't even care. Even a little child knows what the inner feelings are saying. Mm-hmm. When a child drops a bottle of milk, it looks at mother and, oops, or does something wrong and sees mother and cries. Mm-hmm. Something wrong has happened. If a child has such sensitivity, I mean, how come adults don't have? We also have, but we have learned the art of ignoring. Somehow it has become our second nature. And we are ignoring in such a way that we don't become aware of this. So the life of unawareness keeps growing. Buddha also says the same thing. He said, you can lead a beautiful life when you are aware. Mindful awareness is all about that. And when you bring in the heart principle into it, and then, as we say, we glorify further in a positive way. This awareness is not enough. Let's say when you become aware of someone's misery, is it good enough? No. There has to be a next step, like Gandhian principle. Gandhi is adored all across the globe for his non-violent principle. But to me, it's wonderful, but at the same time, it's a limited principle. Not to hurt someone, it's okay. Nothing so big about it. But to become compassionate is far more advanced than being non-violent. You're not hurting someone by being non-violent, but by being compassionate, you are comforting someone. And if you can become more empathetic, kind, and reflect your compassion in action,
Right.
but then you are alleviating someone's pain. So non-violence, okay, it's okay in the beginning, but to become compassionate, kind, empathetic, and stretching out yourself and helping them, see. This is the evolutionary pattern of a human heart.
We know wars in the world,
Okay.
right? And people find it hard to be, some people, compassionate towards others or to see other people and to be kind to them. And what I found in my own journey, that once I started offering that to myself, then I was able to see people in a different way. That I was able to see that when they harmed me, it wasn't purposeful, but it was because they were human. And so my question is, do you feel that it's hard for people to be compassionate because they haven't learned how to be that way with themselves?
Yes. Being compassionate does not also mean that someone else can take advantage of you. See, we have a beautiful story, mythological story, but it really happened also. Mahabharat war, the war that happened almost 5,000 to 6,000 years back in India. There was a king, and he had cousins also, but he gave all his kingdom to his own son. He had earlier promised his brother that I will also share this with your children, which he did not because of his greed. In fact, he tried to destroy them, see. And year after year, they kept on negotiating. That if not the whole kingdom, at least we are only 5 brothers, give 5 villages. The king says, and his sons says, inheritor says, not even that much land that can be geographically put under one needle. Even that much we will not give you. So you can imagine the extent of greed. And when true negotiations fail, naturally there will be a war. And I support such wars. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. Jesus Christ, he said, if someone slaps you on one cheek, offer the other cheek. That's stupidity. Don't let someone take advantage of you. Suppose as a parent, someone abducts your daughter. It's like slapping one on the cheek. Are you going to offer another daughter, hey, take one, buy one, get one free, or take one free? No. I have to retaliate and annihilate that negative power. Don't try to change or transform your enemies. They have decided that. In your heart, you don't consider them as your enemies. You consider them as your friend. But what to do when they, the others, treat you differently? Then it's time for action, the war.
If we are following our heart and two opposing people each are trusting their heart and believing in their heart that they're fighting or standing up for themselves, how does anybody ever win?
You see, during World War II, Germans, they used to have congregation in the church. Britishers had their own congregation in their church. French, they had their, Americans had their own. And they were all praying to God, please, make us the victorious country. Whom would he listen? Now, when you say, in the current scenario, Jewish state versus Muslim state, like Palestine versus Israel, and both sides considers that they are right from their perspective, their heart says, deep down, everyone knows what they are doing. It is the conditioning of how to hate others from your early childhood. Then you also you are indoctrinated by that teaching. The entire community is teaching, whether it is Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Jewish gentleman, everyone are conditioned that you are the glorious people. You are chosen ones. Rama or Krishna chose you, Prophet chose you, Lord Moses chose you, Jesus chose you, and that's how we keep on fighting. They must be crying up there in the heavens that what the hell is going on down there?
It's like a mother telling their child that they're each their favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem, and especially these monotheistic religions. They have so much of ego you just cannot imagine. Abrahamic religions. Mm-hmm. They all think they are better than the others. No one is better than them. And this is the main root cause of fight everywhere.
I believe it's we don't see each other.
Mm-hmm. In all religions, they say love all.
Right.
What was the need to say such a thing, love all? If you are really following your heart, there will not be any place to hate anyone.
Do you believe we can have a world without hate?
Definitely. Mm-hmm. You can surely have it. Become more aware of others' needs, your personal